The lone survivor's journey, a lone cheetah cub, orphaned and alone, wanders the unforgiving savanna. Its mother, a victim of a lion attack, is no longer there to protect it. The cub, small and defenseless, knows only one thing: to run. It flees from the shadows of predators, a tiny speck of speed and terror in a vast, dangerous world. The sun beats down, and hunger is a constant, gnawing pain. It finds a watering hole, but even here, danger lurks. A massive crocodile, a silent hunter, watches from the muddy water. The cub, oblivious, drinks, its small body tensed, ready to flee at the slightest sign of threat. Just as it laps the water, a pack of hyenas descends. They are drawn by the cub's weakness, their cackles echoing across the plains. The cub runs, a flash of spotted gold, but the hyenas are relentless. They are not as fast, but their numbers give them a terrifying advantage. Cornered against a rocky outcrop, the cub is a heartbeat away from its end. But then a low growl erupts. A solitary male lion, a nomadic outcast, emerges from the shadows. He is old, scarred, and intimidating. He does not attack the cub, but his presence is enough to make the hyenas hesitate. The lion roars, a deep, resonant sound of authority, and the hyenas, sensing a bigger threat, back away. The cub, exhausted and trembling, collapses. The lion watches over it, a reluctant guardian, his silent presence offering a moment of respite in a life of constant peril. The standoff, the lion and the cub travel together, a strange and unlikely duo. The lion does not hunt for the cub, but his hunts provide a safe distance for the cub to scavenge the leftovers. One day, they come upon a pride of lions, a sight that fills the cub with both longing and fear. The pride is a family, a cohesive unit, but they are also a threat. The nomadic lion approaches them cautiously, his posture submissive. He is not welcome. A dominant male, scarred and powerful, challenges him. The old lion accepts the challenge, a brutal and violent dance of tooth and claw. The young cub watches from the distance, hidden in the tall grass. The fight is short but intense. The old lion, weakened by age and his solitary existence, is no match for the dominant male. He is driven off, defeated and bleeding. The cub, heartbroken and alone once more, is now faced with a new danger. The lionesses of the pride, seeing the vulnerable cub approach. They see it not as a fellow feline, but as an intruder, a potential threat to their own young. They surround the cub, their intentions clear. The cub, however, has learned the art of survival. It does not fight. It does not run. It remains perfectly still, a silent and unthreatening presence. The lionesses, confused by its lack of resistance, eventually lose interest and turn away. The cub has survived by doing nothing. The crooked river. Alone again, the cub continues its journey, guided by an instinct it doesn't yet understand. It finds a new river, wider and more treacherous than the last. On the far side, a herd of wildebeest grazes peacefully. The cub knows it needs to cross. It finds a shallow point and begins to wade across, its tiny body fighting against the current. But the river is not empty. Below the surface, a group of crocodiles lies in wait, their reptilian eyes just above the waterline. They see the easy prey, a meal without a fight. One crocodile, larger than the others, surges forward. The cub sees the ripple in the water and makes a desperate dash for the bank. But it is not quick enough. The crocodile snaps its powerful jaws, narrowly missing the cub's tail. The cub stumbles and falls back into the water. The crocodiles, now in a feeding frenzy, close in. Just as the end seems certain, a thunderous sound erupts from the bank. A herd of hippos, annoyed by the disturbance in their territory, stampedes into the water. They are territorial and aggressive, and the crocodiles, a lesser threat, are no match for their brute force. The hippos attack the crocodiles, a chaotic and brutal display of power. The cub, forgotten in the chaos, scrambles to the far bank, exhausted but alive. It has survived because of a territorial dispute between two of the river's most dangerous inhabitants. A new home. Weeks pass. The cub, no longer so small, has grown into a strong and cunning hunter. It has learned to stalk impalas and has mastered the art of the chase. One day, it comes across a group of its own kind, a coalition of male cheetahs. They are young and powerful, and they are hunting. The cub, now a subadult, watches from a distance, its heart filled with a mixture of fear and hope. It has been so long since it has seen another cheetah. It approaches them cautiously, its body language submissive. They do not immediately attack. They assess it, circling it, sniffing the air. One of them, a leader with a scarred face, recognizes a survivor. He gives a low chirp, a sound of welcome, and the cub, after a life of solitude, joins the coalition. The group now hunts together, their speed and coordination a thing of beauty. They bring down a large wildebeest, a feast for all. The cub, for the first time in its life, eats without fear, surrounded by its own kind. It has found a new home, a new family. Its journey from a terrified orphan to a respected member of a coalition is complete. The savanna is still a dangerous place, but now it has a family to face it with. The lone survivor is alone no more.